Hello, everybody. Hello, New York City. Hi there. I'm Kris K. And it's so good to see all of you wonderful people and the smiles on your faces. And you must be enjoying this time of year. It's a wonderful time of year. Decorations outside. The city is looking beautiful, and tonight we all get to meet. It's wonderful, wonderful. I know you're looking at me and you're saying, I know him. I've seen him somewhere before. Well, I look a little like someone you may think of because right now I'm in disguise, okay? But if I take off my disguise, now you know who I am. Yes. No, ma'am, I'm not Kenny Rogers. No, he's no longer with us. And this guy there's somebody back there that thinks I'm Uncle Jesse from Dukes of Hazzard, but that's wrong also. My name is Kris K, and I'm a descendant of St. Nicholas. Yeah, the original gift giver from 300 years ago. And I, of course, do the work now here in the United States, mostly here on the East Coast right now. But again, St. Nicholas went to becoming Père Noel and Bobo Natale, and then it was Kris Kringle and Sinterklaas, and then, of course, here in the United States, Santa Claus. Many, many names, many different countries, but always gift giving and doing things for children. And that's what I get to do. The gift giving, of course, is important. And of course, we're always out there doing all of this wonderful work. By the way, I said we're, I forgot to mention the elves and I. Yes, we're always here. We have to check on you 4 times a year, or at least 3 times a year and a delivery. Let's make a list, check it twice, and the 4th time we see you is the delivery. And right now we're doing checks. We're checking on everybody. We've been doing this for centuries. 100 years ago, even before that, 200, 300 years ago, we always did it pretty quick. Boom, boom, in and out. Because it was cold, we were running all the time to keep warm. Today, it's a little different. Now we got heat, got central air conditioning. It's comfortable for a lot of people. And it's also comfortable for the elves, too. They love it. They come into your home. They probably spend more time now in your home than they did 100 years ago. Also, one of the other benefits of visiting you nowadays is that some of you have very well-stocked refrigerators and cabinets, which means that if you find some of your favorite cookies or beverages missing, maybe the elves, because they enjoy themselves. They like a little nosh once in a while, Again, with the central air conditioning, we have one other problem, and that problem is some of you don't wear jammies anymore. So when the elves are making checks on you, sometimes it gets a little provocative for some of them. They see something they might be a little fancy, let's say, and you could hear it on the radio waves with the elf. Attention, attention, tattoos at the Smith house. Tattoos at the Smith. And all the elves are running to the Smith house. Some young lady has some nice tattoos or something like that. So you have to watch out. This is the time of year when they're doing that. They're checking on everything. But of course, we do all of this checking because we want to know who's naughty and who is nice. Compile the big, big list, and then we can work on making the deliveries and stuff. So the big list is naughty and nice, right? I need to do some checking. How many of you are nice? Oh, that's wonderful. That is great. Oh, wait a minute. This young lady didn't raise her hand. No. Are you on the naughty list? Oh, my goodness. Oh, wait a minute. Will you guys over there stay in your seat? Why is it that sometimes when the guys hear that there's a naughty girl, they get attracted? And of course, you poor girls, sometimes you're attracted to bad boys. That's always a rough thing. I want you to know that if you were thought of as being on a bad boy list or a naughty girl list or anything like that, you can always get on the nice list. The idea is to have more good days than bad days. I mean, we all have bad days, right? But have more good days than bad days, you stay on the nice list. And you got time between now and Christmas to do that. So again, try to be on the good list as much as you can. It's very, very, very important. So now, of course, we're done doing all the naughty nice checking, and we got to get ready for the holidays. And you're probably wondering, what else do the elves and Santa do? Well, of course, we have to take care of making everything, putting everything together, delivering it. And that's where the elves are really a great team of people, because up at the North Pole, they put together everything that goes into the deliveries and loading the sleigh and getting everything ready to go around the world in one night. You know, they're very inventive and very, very creative. In fact, everyone at the North Pole is very inventive. Even Mrs. Claus. Mrs. Claus, did you know she's an inventor? Yes. She invented the selfie. Yes, you know, you hold the camera up here and guess what? The chin gets all smoothed out and you look younger. Yes, isn't that great? So I'm so proud of her for doing that, you know. And of course, I am an inventor too. I've invented the photobomb. That was created because I have babies come and visit me and they cry and they're afraid of me. I let them go with the parent, stand over here, get the picture taken with, and I step back. And while they're taking the picture, I then tiptoe behind the family and I photobomb. And so we get the picture and the baby doesn't even know I'm there. So that makes it great, the photobomb. It's really, really special. How many of you have done selfies and photobombs? Yeah, that's fantastic. By the way, the elves are great inventors too. You know what they're most proud of? They invented the gift card. Yes, the gift card. You know, they're the ones that did that because my sleigh would have thousands of toys and gifts in it. But if they put a gift card in, they could have 10,000, 20,000 gift cards in the sleigh. We could get to more people. Gift cards, as I'm sure some of you know nowadays, are also very good because we have some kids that are very hard to figure out. You can ask them what they want for Christmas. They don't know. You ask them in October and it changes by December. Sometimes the easier thing is gift card. Let them go get what they want, you know. And you know, sometimes it's a special gift card to a particular type of store or something like that. And you guys, you probably know the same thing when you ask your wife, what does she want for Christmas? Other than something that sparkles, a gift card might be the simpler thing because you can't figure out what she wants, okay? And ladies, I know it's the same way too. Sometimes the guys are hard to figure out too. You know, I mean, they want tools, they want fishing gear, they want certain stuff like that. They definitely don't want a trip to Disney World. Anyway, we got all kinds of great things, you know, that we can do with the toys and the gifts and things like that. Now, during the summer, I also am quite busy because I personally operate the School for Santas. No joke, it's a real school. The School for Santas, I'm very proud to say I've graduated over 5,500 Santas, Mrs. Claus, and other professionals from my school. They are people that work all over the country. So maybe when you run into a Santa in one of the locations on your travels around the holidays, you could even ask them if they've been to a School for Santa, because a lot of them have. We get lots of good training. So we have that type of thing going on with the school and everything. I also do hospital visits, and I've helped out with the Spirit of Liberty Foundation. We flew to Hawaii, rough life, isn't it? Flew to Hawaii and delivered toys and gifts and even Christmas trees to the Maui fire victims last year. And so gift giving is very, very important. I know we all love having presents and gifts and having a good Christmas. By the way, how many of you got what you wanted for Christmas last year? Show of hands. That's great. You're welcome. And how many of you didn't get what you wanted? Oh, look at those hands. Well, you know, I do have a big suggestion on how you can get what you want for Christmas, okay? Here's the secret. Forget the milk and cookies, okay? It's the gift that you put inside Santa's Christmas card. Yes, okay? So so we have wonderful Christmas gifts out there. You know, I mentioned my Santa school, and we do a lot of training in that Santa school. We teach the Santas how to talk to the children, visit with the children, take pictures, talk with the families and stuff like that. And of course, how to handle all the situations, whether it's a crying baby or maybe it's a wet baby, you know, or something. You know, by the way, do you know how to tell if, a wet baby? That's when the mommy or daddy is bringing the baby to you, to Santa, and they're walking like this. So anyway, get to do a lot of wonderful things. I'm also proud to be the National Santa for the Marine Corps, Toys for Tots Foundation. I travel all over the country helping out the Marines and Toys for Tots. Also, those students that I have, I try to help get them working on the local campaigns. So we have Santas everywhere helping Toys for Tots. Over the last well, every year it's wonderful, but last year, 26.2 million toys, 10.3 million children. Plus, we do special deliveries during disasters. I've flown with the Blue Angels to Katrina and Sandy and Matthew, delivering toys to the victims during those hurricanes and floods. 2 weeks ago, I was in North Carolina with Toys for Tots, and we delivered toys, books, and games to 10,000 children, more than 10,000. Again, these children and these people from Helene were devastated. And it's going to be a rough Christmas for a lot of families along the East Coast. So Toys for Tots is a great way to help out. So you can go to www.toysfortots.org or drop something in one of our barrels. In fact, that's how we got the 10.2 million children taken care of last year. It's because you helped out. Your friends helped out. Everybody helped us out. You know, it makes it really great. It's about time for me to bid you adieu. And so I'm going to remind you that whether you are Christian, Jewish, or any other belief, no matter what part of the world you're from, every culture has an element of giving in it. We all love giving because that's part of humankind. You know, we get those warm, fuzzy feelings inside because we've donated. And whether it's a phone call to an old friend or a gift for a neighbor down the street who's shut in, these things are wonderful ways of bringing joy to others. And you're going to feel great about it because you've helped out in some way. So again, thank you for all of your help. Thank you for making our holiday season great. I want to also thank you for everything that you've spent or put on your credit card to make Santa Claus look good on Christmas morning. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, Season's greetings, Mele Kalikimaka to all of you. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas. Ho, 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 ho.